Hello everyone and welcome to my blog. My name is Kathy and I'm a consultant with Close to My Heart. Today I'm going to be showing you a 6-fold card that I got the instructions off of Split Coast Stampers. However, when the card that is on that site, when you make the card, it ends up being a 4x4 card, but I wanted it to be a 6x6 card. So I've kind of adapted some of the scoring and the cutting in order to actually make it into a 6x6 6-fold card. So let's get started. The first thing you want to do is score a 12x12 piece of paper, and you'll be scoring at 3 inches and 9 inches. And then you turn the paper around and you do the same again. You score at 3 inches and again at 9 inches. So you're going to need a paper trimmer that has a blade that you're going to be able to see the marks so that you can know where to stop your cutting. And you're going to take the blade and trim down to your other scored line, which is also at 3 inches. And then stop, and then you're going to do the same with the bottom. So in the bottom, on that same side, you're going to be scoring up 3 inches. And then you're going to turn your paper around and you're going to be cutting off that 3-inch corner. So you're just going to be finding your score mark again and then trimming up to the 3-inch, and then you're going to be doing it on the other side. There you go. So then what you have is your 12x12 inch piece of paper, and you've taken out a 3-inch square on either corner. On the other side, what you're going to be doing is just trimming up one of the sides up the 3 inches to your score line, like that. And then I found it easier just to turn it over. I like to use the bottom edge of my trimmer, so I just turned it over and then did the other side. And you score it up to the 3-inch mark. So then what you're left with is your piece of paper that has your 2 corners out, and then you're going to be able to have the 2 flaps here. So in order to cut the triangles, what you need to do is on the side that you just trimmed up half of the one side of the 3 inches, you fold those 2 up, and then so that your paper looks like this, and then you're going to take it into your paper trimmer, and with this corner at the top line and then this corner with where the other line meets, you're just going to be creating that, cutting off that triangle there, so it looks like that. And then you're just going to rotate the paper to the left, and you're going to be trimming off so that this corner's at the, so the tip of the paper is at the bottom, and then the top corner's at the top. Actually, that's wrong. Sorry. You're going to be doing it same thing, so that the top of the paper is at the top of the groove line, and then it goes down to the bottom. So what you need is, you need to have the paper so that this top edge is on the right and this bottom edge is on the left. So the next thing you're going to do, because I wanted to make it a 6x6 card, I needed to add some triangles in order to create the card. So what you want to do here is just fold your triangles down like that. And then what I did is when the card opens up, this is how it looks. So what I did is you fold your two triangle or the two 3x3 squares in. You fold this up. You want to get all your folds right in the beginning, because otherwise the card won't fold properly. So again, the bone folder is always a good tool to use at this point because you want to get really solid creases. And then fold down the top like that. And then what I did is you just kind of hold it down so that you can then lay that triangle over top of there. And then lay this down and then hold that triangle up over there. So the next thing I did is I cut out a 6x6 square, and then I cut it on the diagonal so that I had the two triangles that I needed to place on the front of the card. So what you're going to do is, again, this is the card open. You fold it like this, and then you're going to be putting your two triangle pieces on top of these triangle flaps so that it creates your 6x6 card closing on the front. So what I did here is I just actually turned the card over, and I took my adhesive and then you want the triangle to go on the same way that the triangle looks here. So in this case I needed the edge to be on the right. So you just place it down, line it up with the triangle that you already have, and then I did the other side. Like that. And then you turn the card over. So the way it's going to work is you're going to have these two closures. So it looks like that, and then you're going to be able to decorate. So you first open the card by unfolding these two pieces, then you fold back these two pieces, and then you're able to fold open these pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple cards that I actually made with the pattern paper on it. And the main rule that I used is that all of the, like this center square is 6x6, so I always took off a 1/4 inch and then cut the paper down so that I could fit the paper into that space. So in this case I did a 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 pattern paper, and then these panels are all 3x6. So I took 2 3/4 by 5 3/4 to put the paper down in here. On my 3x3 squares I would cut the paper to 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then for these larger triangles, when they're together, it actually makes 6x6. So again, I took 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 pattern paper, cut it in half on the diagonal, and I decorated the triangles on this side, and I did the exact same thing for the triangles on this side. So I'm now gonna show you the cards that I completed. Okay, so these are two of the cards that I made, the 6-fold cards that I made, and I used, in both of them I used the Close to My Heart Sweetheart paper pack. And this image is a new image that you can get in the Spring Summer Idea book for Close to My Heart. I'm just going to zoom in on it. And it's called Adore. It's really great stamp. So what I did is I just had it created a tie on the left or the right side of the paper of the card, and then you just open it up, and it keeps unfolding. So I just stamped I Adore You there, and then you just keep opening it up and to reveal the rest of the card with the Happy Valentine's Day. So that's one of the cards that I did, and then the other one is quite similar. What I did is I stamped the sentiment from, actually it's a retired stamp set with Close to My Heart, and then I just changed the ribbon to the white gross grain ribbon and open it up, and similar inside. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and that you will try to make one of these cards yourself. Please be sure to visit my blog and check out other video tutorials that I've made, and I hope that you come back soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.